Hi, this is Mary with Kindedge. I'm glad to be coming back to you, even though my home isn't yet fully built or rebuilt. So, I just wanted to touch on a kind edge concept that I've written about and that I refer to often. Just like all the concepts, it's something I developed on myself because I found it as a solution to many of the barriers in life. When you're trying to achieve big change, when you have set a goal, when you want to change your path, you want to change relationships, you want to change careers, you want to change the way you're using the minutes in your day. You want to achieve a new goal. You want to use your body, your minutes, your time, your resources, your skills differently. There are many barriers. It's not as easy. You see the end game and you envision the end game, but there are many barriers. And one of the mindsets that's a critical hack to driving forward is what I call infinite self-Kaizen. Infinite self-Kaizen, it's using the Japanese term Kaizen, which is continual improvement. So infinite self-Kaizen is something that I used as an antidote to the shoulds that keep us limited. There's these invisible should mindsets, and those should mindsets can come from pressures in our community, just assumptions about what you should be doing or how you should be living, whether it's the groups that you're a member of, or the fact that you're a woman, or the fact that you're a mom, or the fact that your parents were doctors, or a certain religion. There's all these assumptions, and you don't really decode the fact that there is little barriers on your ability to drive forward because you think that we all know about coloring outside of the lines. But there are actual invisible barriers in our mind where we think, well, a person my age, a person in my situation, a person with my responsibilities, a person like me, a person who's a member of this group, a person who's a member of this team wouldn't do this or would always do that. You just kind of have this little bit of alignment. But a really important part of digging in new grooves is to disconnect yourself from those shoulds that are hidden in all of our little affiliations so that you can have experimentation and infinite self-Kaizen, continual improvement through experimentation with zero judgment, without the assumption that it should end well, without the assumption that if you invest money in trying something out, that it should return money, without all of these little rules that we don't realize that we live by, that are unforgiving and unwelcoming of forward momentum, big change, change in habits, change in belief, willingness, fearlessness to go forward and try. To really live infinite self-Kaizen, you need to disconnect from all those shoulds and judgments that you may feel around you. They might be in your head. They might come from people or organizations around you, or just the way you've always lived. Looking in the mirror that way is a wall, and it halts innovation. It halts your experimentation. So my practice, my kind of ongoing mantra with infinite self-Kaizen is neutral and no judgment. My rule and the magic hack to succeeding in life, doing it your way, your own bespoke way, is so the infinite self-Kaizen umbrella. The only thing you are here to do is to run tests, see what works, do that, and run more tests on repeat. Run tests, observe, choose what you like, throw out what you didn't like. No judgment. You tried joining this gym. You tried having that type of relationship. You tried living by certain rules. You tried to not live by those rules. You tried a very extreme diet. You tried a no rules diet. Everything that you do, you gather the best of everything if you have the door open to experimentation without judgment. So if you are driving change, you set a goal, but you've got to know, in order to achieve a tough goal, a personal change, a change in your family, a change in your relationships, you've got to welcome the fact that you say, well, now I'm trying this. And yeah, that looks different than what I've done in the past, or it doesn't align with the way I've lived before, or it doesn't align with this group that I'm affiliated with, but I'm trying it and I'm not going to judge. You can do things like live your days backwards and upside down. You can sleep in the late afternoon and you could be most productive in the morning, or you can decide to make your money on the weekends and have a different type of life on the weeks. You can experiment. You can do all of these things. And we think that's just a little bit too outside of the box, but you can go do it. You can go try it as long as you're being fair and honest to the people around you who depend on you. You can experiment with renegotiating all of those assumptions about who relies on you, who depends on you, what your responsibilities are, and so on and so forth. So I wish you infinite self-Kaizen, just a spirit of experimentation, and your only job is without judgment, without the should, without attaching to what the outcome is. Run tests, see what works, do that, and run more tests. I hope you'll join me on the kindedge.com journey. I hope you'll subscribe and like and forward this to people who are interested in this kind of path towards making your remaining life minutes matter. This journey won't be easy, but it's going to be fun. Peace.